Okay, there we go. Alright. There it is. Okay, there it is. Audio testing. Alright, what's going on, everybody? What's good? What's good? I have to take this down so I can see. I can't see what the chat says. There we go. Haven't been live in a while. Haven't been live in a while. Okay, 3 people in here. Who do we got in here? Just waiting for a couple people to get in. When you come in, if you want, say hello to me so I know who's in here, and I'll reply back to you on the chat. All right. So today we're going to be talking about a few different things, 3 or 4 different topics. Okay, we're going to be talking about Jessica Kent and her ongoing drama with Berner. We're going to talk about the podcast and Spotify. We're going to talk about the Diddy sentencing on October 3rd and my prediction for that. And we're going to talk about something else, things that I'm working on. And we're going to catch up with the chat because we haven't seen a lot of the subscribers in a long time live. All right, so we got 4 people, so I'm going to jump right into it. So basically, Jessica Kent is confirming that she did spend the night in jail. So when I did that last video talking about them, I said I didn't know if it was 100% or not, right? So now I know it's 100% confirmed by her in her mouth on her own video. So basically, Jessica Kent went to jail for the night, and she comes out and she's bragging about that she had a prison wife in there. And this prison wife was supposedly from the UK, from the pen, just in the county jail on some transferring. She's laughing her head off like crazy. She's making herself look crazy, if you ask me, saying she has a prison wife. And I know she's probably joking, but like, I don't know. But anyway, the thing with going on with Berner, I talked to a couple people that know Berner and know her, and I'm going to be talking to another person that dated Jessica's first boyfriend, and I'm going to be doing an interview with. So we're going to find out some more behind the scenes stuff that probably nobody knows about yet. And I know this is what the internet's talking about in this genre, right? So I'm not obsessed with them or nothing, but like this is relevant topic, right? So I personally don't think that anything happened to her from Berner. I think that it's just something that's happened to her in the past, so she knows how to be the victim, so to speak. Um, this guy Berner, he doesn't want nothing to do with her. He just doesn't want her to talk about him, which I don't agree with, because if you're on social media and you're having your relationship all over social media, you should be able to talk about whoever on social media, right? If you're putting your content out there for the viewers to look at, you should be able to talk about whoever you want to talk about. If they're making content on social media, if they're making music, if they're making movies, the public should be allowed to talk about them. And if I had to take a side, I would probably take people saying people have done certain things that can get them in a lot of trouble when they haven't done those things, or there's no proof of them doing these things. Putting up a picture with a little bit of a red face, I don't, sorry, to me that doesn't, I'm not just gonna automatically think some guy beat you up. Like, for example, if he even said himself on one of his videos, if he did hit her, she wouldn't just have a little red mark, right? If a grown man hit a woman, even a smack would probably, leave a lot more than a red mark. Um, he's got some crazy music. I checked out his channel. I checked him out. Um, so yeah, that's my opinion on that stuff. Okay, and then I'm not going to talk about that stuff again until I have this interview with this woman that dated Jessica's someone she was married to in the past. Okay, I think Jason. I think the name's Jason, something like that, or the guy before that. I don't know. My girl knows more than I do. Okay, so now the podcast. We're starting a new schedule, which you've probably seen me put up and post about. So Tuesdays, Endlessly is going to put up a piece of content every week on Tuesdays for you guys. I don't know if it's going to be her workout videos. It's going to be a variety of stuff, cooking stuff and workout stuff, whatever she feels like posting, whatever she feels like putting up for that week, she's going to put up. So that'll be her slot to put whatever she wants up on Tuesdays. So if you don't want to watch her on Tuesdays, then you don't have to. If you want to watch her on Tuesdays and you're only here specifically to watch her on Tuesdays, if you're a girl or somebody that just likes watching her on Tuesdays, by all means, just watch her on Tuesdays. So that's how it's going to be. Then on Wednesdays, like today, I'm going to be going live every Wednesday, talking about relevant topics on YouTube, other creators, music, whatnot, the hip hop culture, whatever music I'm working on. I'll let the fans and the viewers and the subscribers know what projects I'm working on. Right now, I'm working on getting all my stuff from YouTube, all my music from YouTube Music onto Spotify, right? So I have one song up there right now. So I have the profile all set up and I have one song up there uploaded already. So now it's just a matter of transferring all the music over, which I got to do everything myself. I don't have a team. I don't have a team of people that are going to go and do it for me, right? I got to do all this stuff myself. So that's why things happen a little bit slower. But yeah, so that's my plan to get everything up onto Spotify. Nobody wants to say what's up to me. I can't see the chat. Who do we got here? 6 people in here? 6 people in here?
Closer to you
Smash the likes, guys. Smash the likes.
Just bring it closer to you.
Okay. Okay, here we go. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's lit.
Alright.
Way closer up. The a little glare from the light, but
Oh,
we got those type of lights.
I want to say thank you to Mr. Diddy for becoming a member, and also, um, damn, somebody else that starts with a C. I forget the name, but he's a regular viewer. I apologize for not knowing the name, but there's two members that just became a member. You know who you guys are, so I appreciate you guys for becoming members. I will. I think I already posted a thank you on Facebook to the two of you guys. Instagram and Facebook is pretty much the same platform nowadays. Mine are attached. And yeah, that's some crazy stuff right there. So now remember when I had the 4,000 watch hours. If you're new here, you probably don't remember, but and I'll tell you what happened. But if you are not new here and you've been here for a long time, then you probably know I was I already had the 4,000 hours and everything. I went live every week for like 52 weeks in a row, right? And for 3 hours apiece. So I had my 4,000 public watch hours or live watch hours, whatever it is. And things happened, life happened, and I didn't have the ID to be able to get monetized and stuff like that. When you get everything going, they eventually want IDs and they want certain things. And so that didn't get fixed. So I was only halfway monetized, which I still am only halfway. But basically, now that I finally got all my ID and did all those steps, I come back and now my 4,000 watch hours, it's a new year. So I don't have the 4,000 watch hours now. So it's like a snaggle. So basically, what I need, if you're new here, go check out all the playlists, whatever you like. It'll be like broken up into categories if you don't want to have to scroll all the way back to the beginning. You can get to know me personally by listening to my personal stories. Um, there's a bunch of interviews that I've done on the channel, about 30 interviews. If you're a long-time viewer here, you probably know about them. Go check out all those interviews again, man. Watch all those interviews, rewatch them. They're all some real good interviews. Get me some pointers on how I've improved or what I could still do to improve, you know? Whatever you want to say. Engagement is great. But yeah, if you go and check out anything that's new, you know what I mean? If you want to watch as much stuff as you want, basically I'm telling you to go binge watch the channel, okay? If you haven't seen everything on the channel, make sure you watch every single piece of content. I have over 1,500 videos. If you're bored and you want to binge watch, go check me out, right? So the Diddy stuff for October 3rd sentencing, right? This has been going on for a long, long time with this Diddy thing. My personal opinion is that he is going to get time served on October 3rd because he got all the charges that were serious charges are dropped, right? So basically, he got caught and convicted on the Mann Act, which is bringing a prostitute over state lines and stuff. So that's not that too serious of a charge. If it was just that charge, I don't think that the feds would have came in as hard as they did. I don't even think they would have started a case just for that. I believe they were looking for a lot more to do with like human trafficking and stuff like that, and to do with a lot more heavy duty stuff. And they didn't find it. They couldn't prove it. Whatever happened, the case fell through. It's the Crown Attorney's fault and whoever was presenting the case and all the facts, the witnesses, whatever you want to say. But he didn't get convicted of any of that. We all know he got seen on the video. We all know he's not the greatest guy. And we all know that he is very perverted or whatever. We know he likes to party. We know he's very, very, very weird. We know he's very, very weird and crazy. But the thing is, you can't bust people and you can't make people stay in jail forever for being crazy, right? You can't make people stay in jail for being crazy. You know what I mean? So, here, let me try to fix that little glare. First blood in the chat. Jesse the Dom. Yo, what's up, fam? Nice setup. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, we got another big screen right here. Like, this is my little gaming area right here. All my gaming stuff, you know? Yeah, so I got a whole bunch of videos from gaming and stuff like that. Like, I'm really good at Fortnite, okay? Endlessly seen, like, I've won so many matches of Fortnite lately. It's not funny, okay? But I don't want to upload that on this channel, you know what I'm saying? It's not a gaming channel. You know what I mean? So this ain't about Fortnite or nothing like that. I'm just saying I've been winning a lot, so I'm probably gonna post all my victory royales on Facebook or Instagram, just in like a story or something. Just the main clips of where it says victory royale or whatever. I usually snap a photo. Yo, Tutu, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I miss all you guys, man. I'm gonna start doing the weekly routine again, going live every single Wednesday and uploading new videos every single Saturday. So, say I do an interview that week, it will get uploaded on the Saturday. Um, if I don't do an interview and I just make content speaking on one of my own personal experiences or something like this, like in full long, full form videos. I'm not talking about shorts or anything like that. I know a lot of shorts go up on my channel, but we're gonna get back to the long form videos. Every single week, you're gonna have a new video, and every single week a new live, and every single week a new piece of content from Endlessly, aka Stephanie. Looking forward to the lives again. Okay, sweet. Appreciate that. So we have fan badges and stuff like that now. It's pretty cool. If certain people that are members and stuff like that comment, you'll see that they have a badge. But yeah, just just trying to make a creator's dream come true. You know what I mean? Just trying to make my dreams come true by being a creator. Just working as hard as I can. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? It's just me and Endlessly. You know, it's just me mostly doing everything, and then Endlessly helps out quite a bit. But you got to think only two people. We don't have a huge team of people, right? So, what's your guys' opinions on what I just spoke on? What's your guys' opinions on the Jessica Kent and Berner situation? I want to hear some of your guys' opinions. What's your guys' opinions on the Diddy thing? What do you guys think he's gonna get? You know, he should get time, but I don't think he will because of what I just explained. He's gonna get probably time served because he's got quite a bit of time in there already. Today, drip check. I'm wearing an Echo fit, the Echo hat with the Echo dress shirt. Remember, I used to always do the drip check with just regular blue jean shorts. Jean shorts. See, I can't even use the computer right now because the computer has to be hardwired in with an Ethernet cord, with an Ethernet wire and stuff like that. And I don't have an Ethernet wire right now. Right now, I only have a Wi-Fi signal. So we got to work on that. We got to fix that. And the reason that is just because, like I said, we're in the middle of looking for a new place again. It's ridiculous. We're moving again, which is crazy. And that's another topic to get into another time. But man, man, oh man, is life throw you curveballs. You know what I mean? But you can't give up. You just got to keep pushing through. And that's what I do. So, for example, I put up a short earlier and I said this, right? If if you're looking at other creators and you're looking at people online and you're looking at people and you don't like them, keep it moving. If you don't like what they got to represent or you don't like their content, just walk by. And if you do like it, engage with it. The thing is this, the reason I say that is because of this. Here's some great advice for everybody out there, right? If you walking by in a public place and there's like those bulletin boards, right? And there's a sign up on the bulletin board that says free piano lessons or free guitar lessons, right? Well, you're not going to walk by and be like, automatically think that that's addressed to you, right? You're gonna walk by. You're not gonna walk by and be like, "Oh, I hate guitar lessons. I hate piano lessons." Rip it down and be like, "Oh, I hate guitar lessons. I'm not taking these guitar lessons. Why are you asking me if I want guitar lessons for?" Right? And that's the way it is on here on YouTube, because the thing is, when creators put videos out there, right? We're putting our creative work out there for everybody. It's not just for you. It's not just for the one person who is is saying they hate it, or is saying something nasty to the person, or is trolling the person, or whatever the case may be. That person didn't put that content up there for you. So when you go up and you say a comment, somebody says a comment like, "Yo, you should have did this and this and this and that." Well, yeah, that's your opinion and that's great, but he didn't put that piece of content up there for you. He put that up there for the whole world to see. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people with different opinions and different, you know what I'm trying to say? Everyone has a different opinion, so there might be the people that do understand what he's saying and like it, or her, whatever it is, right? So that's just a little metaphor there. Like, if you wouldn't walk down and rip the sign down about free piano lessons or guitar lessons, why do you walk by somebody's video when you're scrolling and stop in and say something crazy, right? You wouldn't do that in real life. Why do you do it? Because you're hiding behind a keyboard, right? These people are putting themselves out there. They're showing you their lives. They're showing you who they are, depending on what kind of content creator they are. Like me, I used to get real personal how I am now and talking to the viewers and whatnot. And certain creators just put content up where you don't see them or you don't hear their voice or whatever, and that's whatever. Everybody's different, right? But if you have a creator that you're talking to and you know, and they're putting a lot of passion and heart into that, right? Hey, what's going on, Jessica? How are you doing? So yeah, this is gonna be a regular thing every week again. So tell all your friends, tell everybody you know, let everybody know, share out all the videos, share out the lives, everybody. If you're watching this in a year from now, share this out. Keep sharing out these videos. I need to get 4,000 watch hours again. So if you want, go to sleep and just leave my stuff on repeat. Just watch the whole playlist. There's a lot of good playlists there. And that's another thing I'm in the middle of trying to do too. Like I said, we don't have a team, and if we did, I would have a lot more stuff done on this. But like, okay, so what I want to do is I want to make it so, like, I basically want to go through and like change a bunch of titles that I think aren't doing good from the past, or thumbnails that aren't doing good from the past that didn't really catch on. So you'll see a lot of changes like that to the channel in the near future. We're going to be, you know, putting new titles of certain videos because we're going to be monetized soon, right? So we want to start, cleaning the channel up, so to speak, and making it ready for advertisers and advertisements and promoters and promotions and sponsors and whatnot. And that's a lot because we have 1,500 videos. So if I just take out all the shorts, that's at least half of them, if not more than half. So I can just go to videos, and then that's how you get through a bunch of them, right? And if you didn't know that, if you didn't know, on YouTube, you can now go to videos, shorts, or whatever. If you don't like shorts, you can go to the person's videos and just see videos. Um, yeah, YouTube's got so many new things happening, and it seems like so much AI stuff. Every day there's something new going on. And yeah, I've been keeping up on everything, but all these new tools and whatnot, it's pretty crazy, right? So you'll see these shorts that I've been making with the AI generator. That is the AI making those cartoons and the images, but that's my brain and my mind telling them what to make. You know what I mean? That's my mind and my brain implementing all those different aspects of the CN Tower, where I'm from, or Goomba from Mario Brothers. You know what I mean? Looking like a bling bling. Tell Stephanie I said hi. Jessica said hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Jessica.
See the little Goomba? I got him all blinging on the short.
Hi, Jessica.
Oh, on top of that, I just did all my taxes, guys. 7 years of taxes.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try something.
7 years of taxes, my friends.
Yeah.
Okay, she's trying to get the light better so it's not glaring as much.
Yeah, that's too dark. We just need.
And you, right here, I can make it so I turn it this way a little bit. Spotlight. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, that's better.
It's the glare, babe. Is it
No,
gone?
I fixed it.
Okay, well, I'm looking at here.
I fixed
It's better.
it. That's a lot better, right, chat?
I mean, it's still over your face a bit, but we're working with what we got here.
There.
Yeah.
There, that's good.
That's the best it's been the whole time.
All right.
Okay, this is the.
So there, it's not my face anymore.
This is what we're going
We're working with the phone right now. My phone's not the greatest phone. You know, I got it lengthwise because it's going to be a long form video, right? So it's lengthwise. I don't like the long form videos being like the little skinny phones. I know everybody watches everything on their phones nowadays, but I do have 9,000 viewers in the last month that watched on the TV, right? In the last 30 days. 9,000 something viewers did watch on TV, so I gotta, and I make my content, the long form videos, morely for someone to sit back and kick back on TV and relax and just watch it. You know what I mean? So, or if you're in the car and you want to hear it like a podcast or whatever, that's always right.
Nice.
Because I get crazy sometimes on the lives and I just talking, right? So I got a new song I'm working on called Diving, right? And yeah, that's a pretty crazy song that I'm working on. We got 4,000 watch hours we need to get, so we need to binge watch. We need to binge watch. The whole LTF chat army needs to binge watch. If you want to sleep, just even if you don't want to listen to it, put it on mute and just go to bed and just let it play all night. I'm not a bad influence, trust me. I'm just telling you this. Just we got to get monetized, man. 8 years, right? Come on, we need to do this. One time I had the 4,000 hours, then I don't have it, and I have the ID now. Before I had the 4,000, the ID and all that, I actually got my ID back. Stephanie helped me get my IDs, yo. I got my birth certificate and my whatchamacallit, my photo ID. Yeah, man. Photo ID right here. I don't know. But yeah, this is my photo ID right here. Bam. That's something I haven't had in well, I told Stephanie, and it is true. And I figured out the last time that I had ID was when I was about, it's at least 15 years ago. Okay, it's a long time ago. Like I haven't had ID since God knows when. And that's a pretty bad thing because like you can't do anything without ID nowadays, and it's crazy. They want ID for everything. You know, when you're owning a business and whatever. Yeah, Stephanie gets ID'd all the time, guys. Going to freaking the beer store or going to the grocery store to buy a beer or something. She gets ID'd by cashiers, and it's so weird because she's friggin' turning 40. She's 39 years old, but because she'll get dressed up, put makeup on, and she'll have her hair down or whatever, they'll friggin' ID her, yo, and it's like she'll pull out her Arizona ID because y'all know she's from the U.S., right? My girlfriend's from the U.S. If y'all don't know that, people that are new here. So she gives them her Arizona driver's license, and they don't even really know it here, right? In here, they haven't really, a lot of cashiers, younger ones, they haven't seen, never mind any Arizona license, they really haven't seen any American licenses, really. So they don't really know where to look for the number or the age. It's just funny. It's like, wow. That's a good thing though. If you're getting ID'd when you're 39, then obviously that's a good thing. That just means that she still looks young. And but come on, she doesn't look under 19 because here in Canada it's only 19 to drink. It's not even 21 here. So like, come on, Steph doesn't look under 19, right? Like that's a little crazy, right? And all y'all Americans, I know you guys don't see this stuff often, right? You guys, money is so crazy. The dollar bills and stuff like that. Like, we have loonies and toonies, man. Like, I wish we had dollar bills. But yeah, these aren't dollar bills. We only have $20 bills and 50s and stuff, hundreds. And we have blue ones that are 5s, and our green ones are 20, and like red ones are 50. You know what I mean? Right? This is all green. You know what I mean? And my God, that's friggin' gotta go. I'm saving that for another apartment, right? Gotta pay first and last again. It's insane. This time we're gonna find a place though, and I'm gonna make sure we sign for a year lease, and I'm gonna make sure that this is somewhere where we're gonna be for at least 2-3 years until we buy a house. You know what I mean? Like a lot of my viewers have said, moving is the worst. We just moved freaking 6 months ago. We just moved in, it seems like. Damn, time goes by too quick, and like that's the last thing I ever expected was to be asked to move when you're paying your rent and everything. Like we have the letter and like the text and stuff. Like the guy that owns the place, he's like really close with us, and like he says, oh, he just thinks we're like great people, and you know we always pay on time, and we always like we're very quiet and clean, and but like there's just personal reasons in their family where he needs it for his family, and it's kind of a strange thing, but because like why would you rent out the place if you were just going to need it for your family 6 months later, right? But you never know. That's why you gotta really like, I don't know, I think sometimes apartment buildings are good only because of the fact that whoever owns an apartment building owns like the whole building, so they're never gonna ask you to move because they're never gonna wanna. They want the places full. You know what I mean? Where you when you rent from somebody, because in the U.S. you guys don't really rent basement apartments out very often, right? That's what I've been told anyway on the West Coast, where my girl's from. You guys don't really rent out basements. There is no basements. Well, here on the East Coast in Toronto and Canada and stuff, we rent out basement apartments a lot here, right? Um, for people with lower amount of income, usually will rent a basement apartment or something like that. And usually the owners will live upstairs unless they rent out the upstairs and the basement, which a lot of them do that if they have a second home. A lot of them, when they're trying to pay mortgage and stuff, and they rent out their basement to help them pay the mortgage. I don't know. I wish I could own a house because a lot of the rent you pay nowadays, the rent's so damn high that you could basically be paying a mortgage, right? So I know in the next 3 years, I know it. Me and Steph will buy a house in the next 3 years. We'll buy a car and a house. Mark my words from this day here. We'll buy a house and a car by 2028. Yeah. And I know it because I'm going to work my ass off and I won't stop. And when you're obsessed with something and you won't stop, then stuff's going to happen. And I'm going to make sure it happens. Missed you guys. You guys miss me or what? Canadian dollars. I don't see Canadian dollars 0. Likes 4. People 5. Yo, this is from Steph. And Stephanie got me some really cool stuff lately, but you all know this right here is our symbol, the number 8, the infinity symbol. We have it both matching right here. But anyways, You guys know Supreme? I never got to show these. Too tough, but like when we first moved in here, Steph got me these. Right? They're Nike Air Supremes. And then, like a couple weeks ago, or maybe like a month or two ago, my girl got me these. Because she still gets money. She gets money. She gets American. She gets those American dollars. Those American dollars go a lot further here in Canada. Like she'll get like $60 or $30 American, and it's way more. It's like $10 is like $15 or something. Like she gets $20 American, it's like $30 here. So like it's just so much more here. If you have hundreds of American dollars or thousands of American dollars, you'll be caking in Canada. So if you want to go on a vacation somewhere and you're American and you want to go somewhere but not too far, Canada is the best place for y'all to come because you guys spend your American dollars here and basically everything's the same. Like the stores and whatnot, it's all the same for like clothes and food and this and that. It's just different brands a lot of the time, but for most part, it's very similar. That's what I've got out of it. Like it's different, but very similar. That's what Steph says. Like a lot of the brands are different for foods and whatnot, but it's not like you're in a third world country or somewhere that's a lot different. Okay, so you won't feel like you're in somewhere far. You feel like you're next door. So yeah, I think that would be the best for you guys to come to say to Niagara Falls or Toronto. Um, there's all kinds of nice places in Canada, BC. Just don't go to Hastings unless you want to see zombies and Trank Foot and Trank Cookie Foot and Cookie Leg. Their legs are falling off, and I feel so bad. And that's why I put out that short today about don't do drugs. Because, listen, we've lost too many friends from drugs, too many family members from drugs. Kids, don't do drugs, okay? Drugs are bad, no matter what anyone tells you, okay? And their arms and legs and limbs are starting to fall off because they're putting this thing in there that is for horses and for rhinos, rhino tranquilizer called xylithine or something like that. Damn, they're mixing that in with their stuff, and oh boy, they get an open wound. Next thing you know, it gets infected. The flies are freaking coming on it. One dude I was watching said, "Yeah, the flies get into my infection, right?" And he says it's hard to keep the flies away from the infection, right? And this is crazy. I've seen some of this stuff personal in real life, but this specific story I heard was on YouTube. But he says, yeah, the flies get high and they die off of the freaking drugs in his system. So when the flies land on his open wound and they freaking get stuck in there or something, if he gets high, it wakes them up because they get high or something like that. It's really hard to explain. He explained it better, but it was the weirdest, craziest thing I've ever heard. Like, dang, these flies are like rotten over his rotten body because he's like basically rotting, but he's still alive, but he's rotting. What is that? That's like a zombie, right? So that's why they see it all over YouTube. They call it zombies, like down in Philadelphia and in Hastings, BC, here in Canada, and like some places down in Toronto even have it, like Queen and Sherbourne and George Street and stuff like that. It's crazy. Yeah, if I had transportation, I would do a lot more video shoots where I'd go out and ask homeless people questions and interview them, or even like drug addicts and stuff like that. All the crazy people in Toronto and stuff. I want to go and do videos like that, right? It's just the only problem is I'm gonna have to like. I feel bad when I go around those places because those are my old places where I used to live and stuff. To me, it's like I feel bad. Like I'll have to feed them. Like I'm not just gonna show up there and interview them and not feed them and not get them like new shoes or whatever. Like if they freaking walking around in bare feet, some of these people, you know what I mean? And it's like if I see someone walk around in bare feet, I'm gonna freaking feel bad. I'm gonna end up getting the guy's shoes, right? So I gotta make sure that I have enough money if I'm gonna go and film these types of people to help them at least a little bit, right? I'm not asking for any help. I'm just saying this is why I haven't filmed nothing like that yet. But I do plan on it, and that is one of my main things that I want to start filming for you guys. Is certain areas that I grew up and stuff like that. They're hardcore on the pipe, and they're hardcore on the fentanyl, and they're hardcore on this stuff. Bad, man. I'm talking like bad. Like there's shit all over the ground, everywhere. Okay, Salvation Army and stuff. You'll see. I won't talk about it, but I want to get this footage for you guys. I almost got an interview a couple days ago. But these guys were pen timer dudes. They didn't want to be on YouTube. They didn't want to be on camera, and that was kind of crazy. That's the first person I've asked and offered money, and they didn't want money. They didn't want to be on camera. I literally offered them money, and they didn't want it. I couldn't believe it. And then they told me their story for free anyway, and it was just like, I couldn't film it. And you have to respect that. Some people just don't want to talk about it on film. They don't want people to know about them. You know, he was an older dude. And then the other dude was like my age. But yeah, there's so many homeless people though that I see every time I go to Timmy's or every time I go to anywhere. There's all kinds of homeless people. I should get some interviews, but like I would feel bad asking a homeless person to interview them without like buying them food or buying them some stuff, you know. So I just gotta wait until I'm in a good financial position where I can afford to just go throw away money on food. And then if there's one there could be like, there's not just gonna be one. There's gonna be like 10, right? You can't just buy one and not the other ones. So, but yeah, we used to go down and freaking give them peanut butter sandwiches with like water bottles and stuff like that. You know, me and Jay back in the day before YouTube and all that, we would drive around and like sometimes you see these guys on the off ramps with like signs that say, you know, I'm a drug addict. Can I please get money for booze or drugs and whatnot? Some of those signs, like that they were telling the truth, we literally were like, dang, they're not like just saying lying and shit on the sign. So we thought like that was good of them to tell the truth like that. So we pulled over and gave the guy $20 each. I was balling that time. But things were a lot different when my cousin was still alive. Because you know, when you have your mans in them like that, it's different. You know what I mean? When you know your peoples die, it's fucking like it's hard. OTF, what's up? What's up, Eddie? Been in a few minutes. Yes, Grubhub, Grub Mud. What's up, big guy? Let me see. Muffin Man, shout out to Muffin Man. How do I find these people on the chat?
It works when your phone is facing the other way, babe.
Top chat. Okay, here we go. Okay, Grub Mud. Eddie, salute, man. Tell us. Yeah, that's it. What's up? It's good to see those wrenches. Good to see them wrenches in here. Miss all you guys, man. It's going to be a weekly thing, though. Don't worry. We got this happening now. It's better to just have a schedule. That way, my brain's not all over the damn place. If I have a schedule to keep, it's easier for me to do stuff. Like before, when I was going live every Saturday and uploading every whatever Tuesday or whatever it was, but now we got our stuff set. Every Tuesday, Stephanie's gonna put out either a short or some sort of piece of content for y'all, cooking, or she does workouts. She's gonna have all kinds of variety of whatever Stephanie wants to do, and then me doing my lives here on Wednesdays, and then on Saturdays is going to be either a new interview up or a new piece of content up, long form, and then the regular shorts will just keep coming out on a regular basis. Those I just do whenever I'm dying to do a video. but don't really have time to do a full form video. But I'm thinking about YouTube and thinking about y'all, thinking about you guys. So that's why I end up doing some shorts. And I do shorts too to show people, to bring in new people to the shorts mostly aren't for the subscribers. They're mostly for to attract new people to the channel. And by all means, you can watch it too. Subscribers can watch it too. But I'm just saying it's mostly stuff that maybe the subscribers might not be into so much because they want to be into the prison stuff, right? But just know that I'll always be doing the prison content. I will always interview people, and that's just my main thing that I'm going to be doing. But in the meantime, when you're not doing that, I like to put up shorts, or if I ever get to be big enough where I can have 3 or 4 channels, I would like to have the main channel, this channel, and then like a reaction channel, a gaming channel, and a shorts channel or something like that. That would be the ideal thing. That's my dream, right? To have a different channel for each thing. I don't want to have to put everything on the one channel and then it gets the algorithm all messed up. It doesn't know who to put the videos in front of. So anyway, that's why if we stick to this schedule, guys, we'll be good. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. We're going to miss each other, get to know each other again. And yeah, things are going to be better. The content's going to keep getting better and better. Every video, I'm going to try my best to make every video better than the last one. And that's all I can do is every time I try to make a video, I can try to learn and make it better. Each one better than the last one. It's cool riding along with you the other day. Yeah, bro. Respect. The other one wasn't supposed to be 1 minute either. I put one up last week, and it was supposed to be like 4 or 5 minutes too. It was the same sort of deal. But when we uploaded it, it was only like 1 minute, and I was like, what the heck happened? Why is this only 1 minute? But then, hey. But thank you. I appreciate that. I can do that a lot more. Glad you got to the appointment, homie. Yeah, that was crazy, bro. I was waiting for a ride, and then all of a sudden it was like all this time is going by, and I'm like, frig, man, I gotta be there. I thought I had an hour to get there. Now all of a sudden I got like friggin' half an hour, and I'm like, oh my god, what's going on here? Now I got 20 minutes. I'm like, yo. So that's when I started making the YouTube video, right? I was walking back and forth waiting for the Uber and then the Lyft. I called both of them at the same time to see who would show up first. And I think it ended up being the Lyft. And then he drove like crazy. I'm like, bro, I'll give you a good tip. Just drive fast, drive like crazy. Like you got to get there. And he actually drove really fast and really, really well. And we got there. A couple minutes to spare, even 2-3 minutes to spare. Yeah, man. Miss you guys. So basically, anything that you guys want to talk about, let me know. And people that realize that a lot more people might not get a response back from certain comments on videos and stuff like that right away, but just know that every week pretty much, or like at least every day or two, I go into the comments in this YouTube studio where it shows all the comments, and I go in there and I make sure that I respond as best as everybody. So right now it's probably the time if you guys want to know anything at all. If I didn't give you guys enough info, let me know right now what you want to know about. And I can tell you because what is it, 40, almost an hour, 50 minutes gone. I'm getting a little bit. This is the first one back, so you know what I mean. I'm not gonna stay on here for like 3 hours, but I do have an idea, and this is what I want to run by you guys since there's a few of you in here. Okay, so my idea is this. I'm gonna make it. I don't know if it's going to be on the game like you have a PS5, right, where you can have a game and be live in the corner of the screen. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. It might just be like the phone, it might be the computer. I don't know yet. But the main point of it is I'm going to go live one day. And I don't know if this is going to be 100%, but this is what I want to do. This is what I really want to do. But it has to depend on if people are going to be willing to be involved with it or not. So I want to go live where I say, okay, listen, I'm going live for 12 hours, right? And say if I go live for 12 hours and you're counting down the 12 hours, and basically it's like, okay, you got to get through this 12 hours live, right? But people can donate $1 and it will add an extra minute to the timer, or add $100 and it'll add an hour to the timer. So this is my idea. I got this idea. I've seen it done on another channel, and it was a way bigger channel. But if I could do something like this and just make it my own way and change it, because it's obviously different content. And then if the people want to torture me and keep me on live for like a week, or like a whole 24 hours, 24/7, or for like days and days on end, basically what it is every time if somebody donates $100 and the timer will go up by another hour. So if people donate, if people see that online, and a lot of people want to like torture people, so it's not like they're giving you money because they like you, they're giving you money because they want to torture you and they want to keep you on live, and you've been live for already 24 hours but they want you to keep more live, and so they keep donating. And that's what I'm trying to think, maybe something to do something like that, where it's like a challenge, some sort of challenge involved in it, right? Because I would like to do some sort of challenge for you guys, or some sort of something to do with, something like that. And that was my idea with the live thing. Yeah. Forget, there's this young guy that did it. I forget his name. Um, this young blonde kid. He's about 23. And he goes across the whole U.S. with on a penny, and then he learns how to get money from a penny. If you know who that is, then you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, that guy's got some pretty crazy ideas. Um, I'm always coming up with crazy ideas. I'm always looking out for, crazy ideas and stuff like that. But basically, what I mainly want to do is get all the content up onto Spotify, and start doing all the interviews again. I haven't started my podcast yet because I want to do interviews on the podcast, right? So if you look in my YouTube channel and you go to the podcast, there is no podcast section yet, but that's going to change very soon. We're going to start doing the interviews, and if it's an interview, that's going to go on the podcast. So you guys can kind of understand what direction the channel is going. We're trying to pivot to a podcasting thing where we upload live one day a week. Stephanie uploads her content one day a week. I upload you guys a new video one day a week. And then the podcast, if it's an interview, then it'll get uploaded on the podcast. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one. It's been an hour. I miss you guys. And anything you guys want to run by me, just let me know in the community. Super chat, super share, super sticker are all there for y'all. We have all kinds of merch. Check it out. We're gonna have new merch too that just have our logo on it, and just Talking Time in the Six. That's it. And then we can have one that says Talking Time in the Six chat, or whatever y'all want. You can put in a special order even, and I'll put that on the t-shirt. What did that one say? Construction everywhere. Yeah. Thank you for joining the chat. That Toronto traffic can get you in a minute. To the appointment, homie. Yeah. It was cool riding along with you the other day. Yeah, bro. That's cool. We're on the outskirts. We're not like right in the Toronto area anymore. We're not right in Toronto anymore. We're on the outskirts of Toronto now. But anyways, we love you guys. We're still fairly close to Toronto. We can get there very quickly. We're just in the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, and yeah, born and raised in Toronto my whole entire life. Hope to catch you, Eddie. Hi, Steph. Muffin Man said hello. Okay, man. I love each and every one of you. Guys, hit that donation if you can. Hit that everything if you can. The bells, the whistles, the notifications, the smash buttons, and all that good stuff. Word up. Thanks for all the wrenches coming out. And we'll be doing a lot more.